here, nice of you to join me, and a very warm welcome to my channel. It's lovely to have you here with me today. Now, this is a project share for you today to show you my brand new Tropical Travelogue folio that I've made as my entry into the Graphic 45 Brand Ambassador Call for 2024. Now, Graphic 45 want us to make a project that plays to our strengths. Now, for me, this folio says it all. It sums me up to a T. I like nothing more than adding in lots of flips and flaps and intricate pages, as well as some little tuck spots, hidey holes, and little secret compartments that the person that receives one of my folios will take time in trying to find them, and every time they open a page or the book, they find different places that they can then incorporate their own memories. I've used the Tropical Travelogue collection of papers with my folio, and they are absolutely stunning, I have to say. I've enjoyed working with them so much. Another thing that I do like to do with Graphic 45, because I can never decide of which papers to use on which page, to alleviate that stressful part of album making. And I say stressful, it's not really stressful, I'm just I'm messing with you, but to alleviate that part, what I tend to do is just pick up out of the packet, just pick one at random, and that's then that page that I'm going to use. Now, with Graphic 45 you can do that, because each and every page is specifically made to work within that collection. Now, it doesn't matter which one, they all go together. The colour palette and everything is just superb, it really is. So, let me get into showing you my album. I keep saying an album, it's not, it's a folio. So, with my album, on the front I have a chipboard frame that we make up in part 2. So if you want to know how to do that, then head over to that part. The other thing that I have got that goes with this album is a cutting guide. Now, the PDF cutting guide is available on my group, Memories Paper Art. So if you're not a member of that group, then head over and become a member, and the PDF will be in the file section of the group. So the front cover is a grey board frame with a really thick acetate layer on the top. I've used the cover page of the paper. I've used this Seaside Holidays in my front cover. I wanted to use it because it's nice and thick, and it's very glossy on the top, very smooth, and I thought it would just go perfectly on the front. So I've used that in there. I've done some fussy cutting around here, and I just think it goes so beautifully with that image. Now, also on the side, I have added a recyclable pen, so it's sustainable, biro pen with some ribbon as my pen loop to hold that in place, and it is a working pen, so you can scribble down notes in your travelogue as you're going through, and it just sits on the side there nicely. Now, I've also got a book dangle here, which I've just added it onto the front for the moment, but it will hang on the side. So this is the spine, or one of the spines in the folio, and I've got some eyelets there with my lovely thick 2mm cord that's holding my notebook in place. And then on the back, I've done a clever bit of hiding two smaller pieces of paper with adding a border down the middle. and you wouldn't know that they weren't one continuous sheet. So coming on to then the front, now I've got my tags here just so that I can show you where all the little hidey holes are, because that's another thing I love doing in my albums, is adding little tiny hidey holes, tuck spots, things like that, flips, flaps that are hidden and you have to go looking for them. I love that element of a interactive album. I have to say it's one of my favourite things to do. So opening it up now, to cover that back piece of my frame, I've just added another piece of pattern paper, and then I've just used some of the elements that I've cut out of the papers, and these are just beautiful imagery, just so beautiful for a tropical travel journal. So I've added some of those with the stickers as well, and it just goes beautifully. And then I've used this gorgeous zebra print here in alternative colours, in sort of your sepia tones. So when I open the album up, or the folio up, it only looks like we've got 2 parts to it, but wait and see. So coming on to side A, because I'm going to call this one side A, we have got a belly band here with a booklet which comes out. Now I haven't decorated all of my pages, but that's only because I'd run out of my cream card, and that's what I wanted to put on there, so I haven't decorated them yet. But on this little booklet I've just added some of the stickers, and I've done a little cutout there just to add a little bit of continuing pattern all the way through. So then lift this up here, and we've got a belly band pocket. Now here, this is a clever addition. This is a Graphic 45 die, and it is the pocket tag and butterflies set. And I've just used the pocket, the top of the pocket here that I've cut down, and then the tag to create my matte and layer image there. And I've just used that then as my little pull tab to flip up, and I think it goes really well. So that's another thing I love to do, is find different ways in using dies that we've got to make them go that little bit further. So that's my page, side A, but that's not all. So when we lift this up, we've also got a flap pull up, and then a pocket here that is my angled pocket, and I show you how to do this in the video, so don't worry. I know it sounds a bit daunting, but I do show you a very easy way on how to create that angle. And then when you push that over, it keeps everything all secure and in there. Now again, I'm waiting for my cream card to come so that I can finish this page here. So that's my side A. Now this is the middle section. I'm going to call this bit here. Now I've got a removable little booklet here that we've put onto that thick elastic cord that's going through our eyelets. Now what I've done here is I've just decorated the front. It's just a small notebook, and I've just decorated it up. Now again, you can sew on this. You could add your inks, your pens, your pencils to really jazz this up. So what I've done, because I've only decorated 3 pages so far, I wanted to decorate them all as I'm going through the album with just all of my scraps. Now because this is small enough, I'll be able to use most of my offcuts that have come off of my papers in this book. So it's another good way of using up all of our scraps. So I've decorated the front with another of those lovely images there, love flamingos, and I've just added one of the chipboard elements there, and I've just dynamoed some a sentiment here that just says notes. Added some ribbon as a pull cord, and again I've just added more of those cards with that imagery just to hold my ribbon in place. Now, as I say, the covers I have inside, I've not really gone to town as yet, but I've just kind of like started to just use up some of my stickers and the offcuts that I've got just in a couple of the pages. And again, use my dynamo there to print out a sentiment. But I've also added a little pocket in here now, like so that'll fit in there. And then I was just starting to do another page here, but I haven't stuck anything down yet, so I've just used an offcut of Hessian that I had and one of the chipboard pieces that will go down there. And so that then is the little notebook on there, but as I say, it is removable. You can take it out, so if you want to do some little notes, you can do. You can add some little Instagram pictures in there as well, and then write your notes down. So it's just another lovely little element that I'm really excited for in this book. So coming on to the middle section, now this is where the bulk of our album is. So I've added a belly band strap here that again you probably can't see, but I'll show you in the video. What we do is I've just done some score lines here just to create a more of a roll type belly band so that it's not bending and creasing in places you don't want to do. So adding those extra score lines in really does help. And then we've just added a strap here with some faux brads there just to add a bit of interest to that strap. So this opens up, and as you can see, we've got 1, 2, there is 3 pages here and 4. So I've got 4 pages in this part here, but I'm only using 3. Now the reason I'm only using 3 is because I kind of run out of space with my policy holders. I've done too many, to be frank. So what I've had to do is just rejig my elements on this part just a little bit. And that's what's great about this album, is that you can do that. So I've got 1 policy holder here. So that's that page. Now this page here is housing a booklet, but the booklet is sitting in 2 of the page pockets. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then the last one is 4, which is my last policy holder there. So you've got 4 pages there. Now if you didn't want to do policy holders, you could then just do a booklet in there. You could just put 3 or 4 different envelopes in there. So if you wanted to make up some paper envelopes, you could put them in there. Again, very versatile, a beautiful album that you can then do that with. And I like these pull out extra removable bits that you get within an album, so it's that interactive factor that I just love. So that's those pockets there. So coming down to our policy holders, what I've tended to do now, I've used some fasteners here with some wax cotton cord and just a little embellishment. So I've got a bezel there where I've paper punched a circle out of the paper and then added a little glass flat back bead just on the top there. You probably can't see it, but it's there, I promise. So open them up, and then you've got your policy holder in here with, you know, enough space to put some photographs in, some memorabilia, tickets, anything like that. And again, I'll show you in the video how we do that decorative front piece there. So we're going to close that up, but that is not all on this policy holder. So if I turn this over, I've also got on the back here a pocket page. No, it's not a pocket page, it's a paper pocket. So to cut down on using my cardstock, I tend to make these paper pocket elements. So this is the paper, but I haven't got any cardstock behind it. I use this clever little thing called a pocket protector that you put over the top of your paper, and then that stops your paper getting ripped as you're pulling in and out your tags. So it's a small, it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it's a really good way of actually adding more dimension and hidey hole tuck spaces in your book. So again, that fits a lovely, that's one of the Graphic 45 medium tags, fits in there perfectly. But you can put anything in there, as I said. So that is your front policy holder. Now coming on to the back, to the middle, which is the pages 2 and 3, we've got our booklet. Now when you take your booklet out, you will notice that it is back to front. It's not that I haven't done an error, I haven't made an error, it's made like that. Purely for the fact of I wanted my booklets to have the spine part at the top of the page. I didn't want the open-endedness of the booklet coming out. So that's why I did it the wrong way. So this is the back that's showing on the front, but if I flip that over onto what was the back but is now the front, that's my front of my booklet. So it's all the right way round. So you just open it up, and then inside I've just put some cream card, and I will add some extra tuck spots which fit in there like so. You can put little tiny bits in there. Goes in there and in there like so. So moving on to the last policy holder, and that is exactly the same. That's got your pocket, your page pocket, too many P's. It's got my paper pocket on the back as well, and I've just stuck in some of those elements to use as tags. And again, oh, what I did also forgot to say was also at the front of the policy holder, this is a tuck spot as well down here. So again, you can put the little tiny tags in here if you want to, or just a small little image just to lift the background out of the background. So we can put that one back in there. So that is your middle section, what I call the middle section in the PDF. So if we flip this over, now this is what I came up with. So these pages aren't actually fixed into or onto my spine. That's where I've been able to put in this notebook, because the pages are actually fitted onto a page hinge, which is this page here. So by doing that, I've actually ended up with a lot more going on in this folio than you first think. So on the back of that page, I've got another of the paper pockets, but this time I've got a step pocket. So I've got a smaller pocket here, and then another one at the top where you again put in some more memorabilia tags, and that one goes all the way down to the bottom here. So there's a big space down here to do with that. Now on the back of this page, I haven't actually done anything. I've left this blank because I really loved this paper here, and just the way it looked, the postage stamps were really nice, and how I managed to, by fluke, just offset this large postage stamp in the middle. So I've kind of left that blank, but again, you can add your photo mats on there like so, and you can just then put different things on there. But sometimes it's nice just to leave a page blank with nothing on it, so that you can appreciate the paper and see how beautiful it is. So coming on to the last page, this is side B in the PDF, and it is near enough a mirror image of side A, apart from I've got some flaps, which are your top and bottom flaps, and I've fastened it with the policy fasteners as well. So we open that out and we open the flaps out. Now I've done a larger flap on the belly band flap for the back page than what I did at the front. I think it's just nice to have those tiny little elements that maybe they're the same, but you kind of don't just differentiate them just a little bit. So again, that's got the belly band, so it's a belly band pocket, and that's your pocket at the back, and then you lift the flap up, and then we've got your belly band pocket here, which then fits in your tags like so. So we can push that down. It got stuck there a little bit. There we are. And I've got magnets keeping these closed. There we go, just got stuck. And again, that beautiful image, I think I might take that one out, and because that one goes at the back, I just used it to show you. So that then is the flap. Again, magnets on here to keep them closed, and I just love the snap that they make. And on here is the die, again the same as what I used at the front. So I can close that back up like so, and then we can close it all up. Right, that's it for my walkthrough of the Tropical Travelogue folio that I've made for my entry into the Graphic 45 Brand Ambassador Call for 2024. I really hope that you have enjoyed having a little snapshot into this project. Now, if you want to make the project, there is a tutorial, and that is available on my channel. So thanks ever so much for watching. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, please have the most amazing day, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye.